Hello everybody, this is Stocks Trader for Stoxpoker.com. I'm playing two tables of 10-20 limit Holdem at Ultimate Bet. I'm doing this video with Poker Ace HUD stats, and we'll spend some time talking about those. I did a little data mining earlier this morning. My opponent on the left-hand table, I have 240 hands worth of data on. That's the blue number right there. His VPIP puts money in the pot 45% of the time and raises 21%, so he's relatively laggy, loose aggressive. The stats are filtered for 5 to 6 handed, so there is not any short-handed play corrupting that data. The four white numbers above represent attempt to steal, so 36% attempt to steal, folded small blind to steal, folded big blind to steal, and went to showdown. So my opponent to my right on the left-handed table folds small blind to steal 67% of the time, folds big blind only 7%, and goes to showdown 41%. This table on the left looks pretty darn good. I have 114 hands on Jimmy L. He's a 55-29. Attempt to steal 54%, and goes to showdown 46%. So it'll play more hands against him, and hands against Eliotema will probably play more like lower limit hands. But the trick is just finding higher limit tables with players that play at a lower limit caliber and going from there, adjusting correctly and accordingly. So I'll put little blue dots on both players, so those are players I want at my table. On the right-hand side, so Eliotema is multi-tabling. Tilty McFish is a 39-18, so a little bit loose, but so he open limped there. Not a play that I make. And I have a little bit of an interesting spot. I flop top pair three-handed on a very dry board. I could lead out, or I can go for a check. Since my opponents are relatively non-aggressive, Tilty McFish is somewhat aggressive, 1.8 aggression, but my third opponent is a huge calling station, 59 hands, a 66 VPIP. So an open limp, and he raises me on the flop. I guess I could play a little more passive because he's relatively aggressive given his